Good morning. Thanks for tuning in. I want to share something I picked up from Bob Goff and his book, Catching Whimsy. Yes, sir. In John chapter 9, verses 6 and 7, this is what happened. Jesus spit on the ground, made some mud with saliva, and put it in the man's eyes. Go, he told him, wash in the pool of Siloam. This word means sent. So the man went and washed and came home seeing. So he heals this guy by spitting in dirt and putting it on his eyes. In the movie Jesus of Nazareth, Franco Zeffirelli's 1976 epic classic, I like it a lot. I know some people that don't like it as much. But they show Jesus doing this, and this poor blind guy is like, stop, you like thinking like Jesus is mocking him or something like that. Anything but it. Well, Bob Goff goes on to say that his grandfather was from Ireland, and he owned a pub. And he said that when he was young, he'd make us root beer floats. Remember root beer floats? And what's a black cow? Yeah, it's a root beer float only with Coke and vanilla ice cream. Anyway, and then we would raise our glasses, mostly filled with ice cream, to toast each other. And his grandfather would say, "Here's mud in your eye." Yeah, and throw back a big swallow from the glass, leaving a coating of foam and ice cream around his lips. I didn't put it together until decades later that this toast was referring to the Jesus healing the man born blind. Now, I didn't research it, but I never thought about that. But I can remember as a kid hearing, "Here's mud in your eye." So I guess that's a blessing, right? I mean, if you end up getting your vision back. So there's multiple places in Scripture where Jesus heals people that were born blind. And this is a true messianic sign. And that's one of the things that Jesus told John the Baptist via messenger when he was wondering, are you the one to come or should we expect somebody else? Because John was rotting away in a prison cell about to be beheaded. And Jesus said, well, tell him, the blind see. Folks, healing someone who's has never seen in their entire life, that God has shown up when that starts happening. But Jesus did it different ways. Sometimes he touched people, sometimes he just spoke to them, and sometimes he made some mud, put it on their eyes, and said, "Oh, you got to do a little something. Go to the pool of Siloam and wash it off." But I think it left the people that were healed and the people that witnessed it just a little bit puzzled. How about you? You ever puzzled at how God does things? I am. And I learned a long time ago, God does not take orders from me. God does not do things the way I expect him to do them. And if the older I get, the more, and as I have the opportunity to speak to people who are older than me, I just love mentioning this. So has your life gone exactly the way you meant it to go? The older they are, the louder they laugh. Because life doesn't go the way we expect it to. So what do we do when there are things that happen and it's not what we expected and we don't seem to get an answer? Goff goes on to say we all have questions when things happen in our lives that we don't understand. Sometimes the puzzling things serve as an opportunity for God to show up and even show off his massive bent towards grace. And just ask God. I just want to encourage you today. Do you have some things in your life right now? I'm pretty puzzled as to why this is happening. There are certain things with pastoring a church. It's like, you've answered this prayer, but how come not this? One of the cool things is we've got a bass player right now. And actually, we enjoy getting together and chatting, and we'll do that again soon sometime. But it's been a common theme. I remember when I pastored in Lincoln Park. I felt like God answered all the prayers, even free parking in Lincoln Park, which I didn't know even was possible, but I could never get a bass player. I would encourage you to ask God why, and maybe it'll be just wait, and God's a great storyteller. Some of these things we're going to find out on this side, some we're going to find out later, but I encourage you, trust God with the things that puzzle you. Feel free to talk to him, and he will answer in due time. God bless you. Have a great week.